What's up, guys? Welcome back to a interesting video. Oh, I forgot the sound. So 1 second. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to a new episode. Today, we are going to be driving. That's a little too loud. Driving the Metro North diesel class P45 or P46, I think. Not really sure what logo this might be, but it might be pretty fun. I've driven this car in a few times. It was actually really fun, and I've enjoyed this one multiple times. It's pretty great. It's a pretty great train, and I honestly really do like it. It's really nice. So we're going to be driving by some stations. Oh my. This one, yeah. This one has like a few stations to go to because we don't really have the Stamford line. But they did show like pretty good reviews of the Stamford of how it's going, and I'll be honest, it's looking pretty sick fire. And like like the others would say, let them cook. Yeah, I honestly enjoyed seeing what third party developers are doing, and even ones that are working up for the P42 roadmap and stuff. And it looked pretty cool. Like seeing the bridge and seeing a very long route map of what they're planning too. And there are plenty of route maps that do. I think they do. I don't know. It's been such a long time since I've been in the real Amtrak world, so I I haven't really like been on one. The only one I've been on was when I first was like a toddler, and it was pretty interesting. It was a really interesting ride going from one of the Amtraks. I think it was the P42 or the ACS 64. I honestly can't remember. There's been so many classic logos. It's just hard to decide which one it was because there's ones from what you may call it. What you may call it. There's some trains that run an Amtrak. Actually, I can't really say some because there's a whole craze buttload ton of them. We got Pennsylvania Railroad, we got Amtrak, NJ, you name it. It's packed up, real packed. And I'm not just saying that. It's big. It's a big load. You even have the Metro North trains and Long Island railroads. It's it's a massive it's a massive busy it's a busy route map. Let's just say that it's real busy. Where the funniest parts from the Morristown route map, I thought I could hop on the Long Island Railroad to see if they actually built the route map to it. The funniest part is, well, I mean, you can go as far. You just can't go far to the point where it would say end of session. You reach the end of the map because, yeah, there were players where they were talking about where they wanted to see longer route maps, and there is, I think, one or two or three. I'm not really sure how many there might be, but I think there might be a few that are making long route maps. I don't know. I tried making interesting route maps to like show you guys and what the route maps that I've created, and there's a little like prop to it also. Every single time I try to go back to those route maps and then see how the progress is looking, so that way I could show Dovetail it somehow whatever keeps on deleting it. And even the one that I was working so good on with like the post Mosu to North Coraline, that one also got deleted. And I'm like, yo, what the heck? And it's like, do you know that feeling where you make such a good route map and you're so proud of it, and then minutes later you come back to it and it's like deleted and you're like, what the heck, dude? That's a bummer. And like there are some YouTubers that I think a lot of them that might have experienced the same thing where they might have built games and then it somehow gets deleted. I'm gonna turn the lights dim real quick because it's already on. Oh, you know what? Like this, I could just turn it off because I can clearly see without the light. But yeah, it's just I don't know. It's like whenever you build like a custom route map and you want to show it to Richie Rails Discord or other famous YouTubers Discords and you show them how they like the progress or what's going to be going to your liking of what you're going to build. And I mean it is. It's like a really like cool thing to like show everyone it and see what they think of it too. But yeah, I've been having a little trouble of also like not like because like the route map of the tracking, I can do the tracks and all that stuff. It's just spawning the train. And there's one YouTuber that shows a train, but doesn't really tell me how you spawn the train. And I think Dovetail might have that little thing of how you spawn the train. I'm not sure. I might have to check to see because I'm pretty sure they spawned like the OBB train, was it? I think it was, yeah. They spawned that train and then the other one with it, which I think it was like a freight train, and then a slash passenger train too. So that could be either one of the two that they might have put into there. But yeah, on for like Trenton or other ones, they did they like asked people what train they want to see like more to like get like a cool pack of what they're going to see. Some of them picked the Arrow and then the Deluxe logos, and there were three types of well, two of the type of logos that they've been talking about for years, and that one is the Voyager, and the other one is the ALP D45 or P45. I can't I can't I've lost count of names. But yeah, either the DP yeah DP45 was it? I think it was. Yeah, because it has to be one of those names, right? Because it can't be just confusing me. Actually, it is a little bit confusing when you think about it because what can you. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, clear my words a bit. What can you tell from the original NJ train that we have today from Trenton and the deluxe logo? The deluxe one has electric slash diesel engine, and the other one just does electric. It doesn't really do diesel, but it does do electric. Tell me that's not cool, but interesting at the same time. They look. they kind of look the same. Don't get me wrong, they kind of look the same and look alike, but they're a little confusing when you see the front, and then you think that the diesel might be the same way as the electric train, even though it's just God dang that squeak is intensely loud. I do apologize for that, y'all. But yeah, when you also see that train pass by, you're like thinking, okay, well maybe this could be like like a diesel kind of thing. I mean, or not like a diesel, what am I saying? An electric kind of thing. But then when you see the door and the back, you're like, okay, well, I guess I was wrong. Maybe it was a diesel. I can get a little confusing from time to time because when I'm seeing both the trains, I'm like, hmm, this looks a little interesting, but somehow one of the trains are confusing me. I wonder what that train could be because I honestly don't know which is a diesel and which is electric. Heck, it's literally in real life. Trust me, you could look that one up if you want to. It's like it's probably basically all over the place on YouTube. It's crazy. But there is an actual NJ Diesel, and now that people are were excited to see the Arrow, and I was pretty excited too. Like I was shocked when they first announced one of my favorite trains on literally the literally planet Earth. We'll just say that. That's literally one of my favorite trains. The second favorite is New York City subways. Those part touch my heart to the jazz feel to it, with a mix of like coloring books. Then the second favorite is Amtrak. Fourth, man, I mean, if you see from this one, I endure Metro North. When I first saw when I first saw sorry, the whole like Metro North with just two subways, I was all like, "Bro, what the heck? Why you got two subways? Let me show you full real life." And then bro like me just starts painting all of the trains to make it look like custom Metro North. I'm honestly I honestly do love how this diesel turned out. So dang awesome. It is just so dang awesome. But yeah, honestly, I honestly do. I honestly would love to see that type of even if it's like the endless cycle. I did talk about the endless cycle part and how it did like affect like a lot of people where they were saying, "Bro, we're done with this endless cycle stuff and all that stuff." I mean, don't get me wrong, like it's it's a little wonky when they do it, but I mean, they do also do it to bring new players in too. So I mean, that's a plus because I think for them it's like a new game, new players will come too. So that's one of the things that they might do. And if they did like want to promise the multiplayer thing, but I think when they saw from one of my videos of me and one of the bros like talking about the whole Call of Duty thing and how everyone was being, well, you get what I mean with all that stuff, and how I think like how Alex Endgame where he was like talking about like trolls blocking the path and stuff. that the other thing too. So I mean, I don't blame them, because I mean, if they if they decide what's like best for maybe their community, I mean, they might do that too. But yeah, I don't think some of the people catched it, but they were in a stream, and it was sad to hear it too, because when they were talking about someone in their community, I think they were talking about someone in their community that passed away or something like that, and just hearing like that part of what they said, it it's kind of sad too. It's like really messed up to hear it too. And I hope that team like feels like better and try to stay strong too. It's pretty sad to think about. Like seeing back at their stream of like the person that they were talking about, and yeah, so yeah, that was a sad story to hear. But I hope Dovetail does like feel better and try to stay stride, like stride what, try to stay strong as best as they can. To yeah, I mean, I'm also like trying to figure out like new ideas to have new people come to the channel and be entertained with the videos that we create. And I was going to like I was going to like include one of my plushies in a video where I have like Elmo, Lammy, and Grumpy Cat with the plushie. But yeah, I was like really close friends with like that little rascal too. Even like the two favorites of like Rin and Kai. But then Kai was like he he was like old, and but he did have like a fun time with me and my family when they ever came to visit, to come around to see them. I love that little munchkin of like Rin. He was such a rascal. And I did enjoy it too. But then after hearing the news of Rin passing away too, yeah, that was also messed up for me to hear too. I mean, I was also close friends with Steve Cash. If any of you guys know that legend, I mean, he and I were pretty cool. I used to see his videos and like have a good laugh whenever saw his like awesome videos with Celester and all that other. Oh my, that Celester is such a rascal in his videos. I mean, he's hard. He's hard loving in that videos when he's a rascal in there, but it's like still funny either way. And I remember the funniest part where Steve Cash like took him to the court day, and then the only the only part that he said was this. All right, Celester, talk to them. Meow, meow. Oh my. Oh God, jeez, that was funny. That that part in that video, that was funny. And how like how the one part where Steve Cash like had the other four Steves where they was doing like the songs of the 80s. Oh my gosh. I'll be honest, they did a pretty good jamming with their guitar, drumming, and I think other stuff too. It was so dang cool seeing them too. It was fun. Let me say that it was fun. Oh yeah, it was also like fun videos while those lasted. Yeah, what else I used to see back then? I used to have, I think I had like old friends that I used to see like Ethan and even Mackay, Domingo, and James. Those were one of my like best friends before I went to Alan Stern. But thinking about Alan Stern, that was just a hecking dang school I won't visit ever again. Oh my, you even want to know how crazy that school was? It was insane. It's probably the main reason why I don't really want to talk about that school because if you guys know, you all know. But oh my god, is stick drift happening again? Okay, so why is it not? Oh my, one sec, y'all. Yep, I knew it. It's tricking me. Stupid thing. Okay, there we go. But yeah, if you guys know, you guys know, because that school is. Oh my god, that school is way too much to think about. Well, yeah, I'll be honest. That I used to do drawings, and I there was like ones where I used to do like city buildings, the subway, metro town, and even police cars. Back then, I used to play with like sorry about that. Back then, I used to play like the Hot Wheels cars. You guys know those were pretty fun. But then after when I started growing up and moving up to different things like Nerf and whatnot, I kind of slowly drifted away from the Hot Wheels toys and went for different ones. Like what I do for different trains is like okay, what I do for different trains is like I used to play with like wooden trains, still do. Wooden blocks, I also still play those. And yeah, I also had like trippy world of dreams where I would explore absolutely so much. Like there were so many places I would explore. If I had to pick one, it would definitely be like one of the places I go to Dreamcore or something like that. It would be Blocktown. Shockingly, how I still remember each path in those dreams. It's pretty shocking and pretty cool. But yeah, I'll be honest, y'all, this climate change feels so weird. I thought it was gonna be snowing, but like It's just raining and cloudy sometimes, and it gets warmer weather, and that's usually a sign of hurricanes. But where I'm at, we don't really get hurricanes. And I was like telling my parent about that too. Like when I was like driving to the dentist, if you guys know, I don't really like going to the dentist. The dentist is like literally my worstest enemy. If you guys know that, literally, I'll have a story talking about that like after when I'm about to tell you guys here in a minute. So after we was driving to the dentist, I was talking to my parent about like the whole climate change of like the warm weather thing and how he was like explain where the warm weather leads to hurricanes. And you wanna know what I said to it? And there better not be no heckin' tornado coming here. And, and it's like, nah, we don't really get tornadoes here. I'm like, hmm, I don't know about that. It's all warm weather. It's messing with me a whole lot. And no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, story of the dentist. Truly my worst enemy. And if you want to know why, you came to the right place. So it all started with me being in Alan Stern and the rest of the students. When I first walked in, all the students were like, "Oh, hi, you're here. Oh, welcome." I'm like, "You guys okay? What's wrong?" And then how the teacher was like explain. "Oh, hello. How about you take a seat and we'll talk about what's gonna happen today." I take a seat, and the teacher's like, "Well, today we're going to be like explaining that you guys are going to be going in this like truck, which I'm also going to explain what the color of the truck was and the people too. There's going to be a truck, and you guys are going to be going to the dentist. And what the truck color looked it like, it looked it like this thing where you would see like what you may call it. What was it? What was it like? It was yellow. It had these like 90s cartoon characters on it, probably back and front. Looked like a 1990s truck or 60s truck, whatever you want to call it. But to me, from my eyes, it was like a 1990s truck. And we both went in there, and the first student that went in there told me I wouldn't go in there if I were you. It is messed up. He goes back to like the teacher, and I'm like, what does he mean by that? And the two people that were there, they were dressed as if they were like what you may call it. I wouldn't really say the vet kind of suit, but they wore like these things like as if you were in like one of the doctor's buildings where they had like the blue like coat, dressed, everything, and then the max too. I think it was like green or blue to match with it. And they were like picking out, or not, I can't really say picking out, but they were taking out part of the tooth left to right. And the craziest stupid part about it was they were counting the tooths that was like saying we're missing A, B, C, D, literally pointing out the ones that they literally took out. And then after that, I grew metal tubes, which was freaking nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare. And one of the metal tubes went out, then the second one, which thank God I don't have to deal with those tubes again. And let's be honest, going to the dentist is still one of my favorite, not my favorite, what the heck? What, going to the dentist is still one of my worst nightmares ever. I'll be honest. I never liked going to the dentist because of it. It was just, yeah. But yeah, I I honestly like wish it wasn't really a thing because it was, yeah. But I mean, it wasn't really too bad and whatnot. Which thank gosh it wasn't. But yeah, I'm honestly glad that I don't really have to do it that anymore because that whole thing just, yeah. But yeah, Morristown, it's got to be one of my favorites. I honestly do like the Arrow. It's one of my favorites. Even Riviera Line and the Leipzig. I don't really play Leipzig as much because the majority of the time I have like schoolwork and then the Scout community. But I mean, I have traveled along side of the route map to see how far I could try going. It's a pretty fun like drive. Like I I tried doing it with this train a couple of times, but then failed by derailing in the process. And yeah, it was fun. It was fun. So Riviera Line, you would think that I try out this route map so many times that I would get so many of these points that what you see right now. It's showing that I barely even try it. That's because I record half of the train video of the drive and then stop recording and then just like log off before I get too mesmerized of the water. Which, be honest, the water in this one, 10 out of 10 or more, like 1,000. It's pretty cool and it's really awesome. I'm thinking of like maybe doing a Trenton. I mean, no, actually, yeah, I'm gonna keep that in mind. That's good thinking. Trenton and the Boston route map. I'm thinking of putting the Dami line in here when it comes out, and Metro North, and even a little bit of like the Arrow 3 of the and even the Arrow 3 with the NJ and stuff. Yeah, I wonder if one of those trains going. Man, really? You don't go? Yeah. Oh my god. The voice. Oh my god, that's a lot of stuff. My gosh, that's a lot of classic trains. My gosh. This must be a big map if I'm not mistaken. My gosh. Like that has to come with like at least 1,000 timetables right there. Like, oh my. But yeah. I'm thinking of maybe doing another franchise of Metro North. I mean, not Metro North, Metro Link. I just haven't really done it yet because I'm also thinking of getting the San Francisco sometime and maybe getting like the Tsunami line, then the Metro North after. But I'm wondering if Metro North is it just gonna be the M8 logo with the M track, or is it gonna be M3 or something else with that logo with M8? I don't know. That's for us to find out in the future when it comes out. But yeah, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.